Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video we are going to take a look at this submersible pump, and this is the Khaitan Aqua 60. Now if you remember one of my previous videos, you will remember that in those videos we have taken a look at another pump from Khaitan, which was the Khaitan Zolta 60, which was the older model, and I think this is the newer model and they are calling it the Aqua 60. The specification of the fan are pretty much the same, as you can see on top of the box. Aqua 60 18 watt pump, 2800 rpm, and as you can see it can the pricing on the box is 270 rupees. I bought it online because it wasn't available in the local market, and online from Flipkart I had to pay like 150 rupees for this pump. If you take a look at some of the other specification, it says that the lifting capacity of this pump is 1.65 meter, which is always not very accurate, but we will see how accurate that is. So the reason I bought this pump is for my aquarium, because it helps me change water in my aquariums, and the reason I had to buy the pump is because the previous pump that I was using for my aquarium, I had to install that in my cooler, if you remember my previous video. So that's why I bought this pump. So without any further delay, let's take a look at what we get in the box. So inside the box you will get this connector. This is vertical connector and the pump itself, and there is nothing in the box. So let's keep everything aside. So this is the pump. The pump looks fairly really good quality. The plastic seems decent, and this is your connector, and to which you will connect your this thing, and then this will connect the cooler pump, or the pipe will connect this part, and this will sit inside your cooler, and then this will pump water inside your cooler. You can also use this for fountain. So if you already have a fountain, or you can build your own, you will put your pipe at this place, and then this will pump water from your container of your fountain. Comes with about 1 meter long power cable. Let me just open it and see. So not exactly 1 meter long, it is about half a meter long, and at the bottom you can see it comes with 4 suction cups. The suction cups are not really great, they almost never work. So let me just show you how the pump looks from inside. So you can clean the pump, all you have to do is remove this part, and then you will see this is the impeller door. To remove this, rotate it anti-clockwise, and then you will see that this part will come out. So this is the impeller. So this basically rotates in this direction, so any water that comes there will get pushed up through here, and that's how the pump works. So once in a while, after like every season, when you're using your cooler or any other thing, make sure that this part is clean, and you keep checking it once in a while. So let's install it back, and then to close it, just press it down and then rotate it in the clockwise direction. There we go. Now this part prevents any debris, any leaf or any other particle floating in the water to get sucked into the pump. That may stop the pump from working. So on the pump you can see that there are other specifications written. So again it says 18 watt, and the lifting height is 1.65 meter. So without any further delay, let's just take a look at how the pump works inside water and see whether it is capable of lifting water to about 1.65 meters or not. And for the measurement, let's take a tape measure and see how the pump looks. So the pump is about 3.5 inch long in this direction, and about also almost 3.5 inch long, and the height of the pump is going to be about 2 inches, and including the nozzle it's going to be about 4 inches. Now the good thing about this pump, if you compare it to the previous pump, is that the low profile, it sits very low in your tank. The previous pump was a little higher, so for the pump to work, the water had to be a little higher. In this case, the water can only be at this point, and the pump will still work, so which is a good thing. So let's just put this in a bucket and see at what height it can lift the water. Okay, so before we can use the pump, let's just attach a plug to it. So if you're using this pump inside your cooler, you will not attach a plug like this one to it. You can do it if your cooler switch is bad. So what you can do is basically attach this switch, this plug, and then you can plug this directly in another socket, and then that way you can run this pump inside your cooler. However, if your cooler switch is working, then all you will do is you will remove the old pump, cut the wire in the middle, and then attach this pump to the cut wire of your cooler. In this case, I'm not going to be using this pump inside my cooler, so I will be attaching a plug. So let's just do that. So let me just open it. There we go. So let's take one wire, fold it, and then fold it again, and then insert it inside our thing. Make sure you also insert a little bit of plastic part, because that will make the connection a little strong. So now the plastic part is in, and we can tighten this up. So the one part done, let's do the other one also. Fold it again, fold it again, and then insert it inside the plug, and then tighten it off again. So as you can see, both the wires are attached. Let's see if it will fit. So it will fit. Seems like this black part, we need to cut this off. So let me just see if we can pull the wire apart. Yes, we can. Let's put it inside the plug. Close it down. There we go. Insert the bolt and the screw. Let's tighten it down. So the plug is on. Let's take a extension. So I've got an extension here. Let's see if the pump is running or not. So you can hear the pump is running. Make sure you don't run your pump outside water, because these pumps are supposed to be run inside, submerged inside water, because the pump has a coil, and if you're running it outside, the coil inside the pump will get warm and heat up a lot, and then it will burn itself, so the pump will not be working anymore. So make sure you put this inside water and then turn it on. Otherwise you may damage the pump if you keep running it outside water for a long time. So let's just put it inside a bucket and see how. So here I've got a bucket. Here's the pump. I've attached the right angle connector to it. Let me submerge it in completely. So it is completely underwater, and now let me just turn it on and see how it runs. So as you can see, the pump is now running. And let me attach a pipe, and then we will see at how much height it can pump water. The company says 1.65 meter. I've got a tape measure, and then we will measure at what height the pump can pump water in real. Okay, so what I've done is basically I've attached the pump to this pipe. As you can see, the pump is inside there and is connected to this pipe, and here is a gate, and on this gate I've attach some tape with the measurement. So this is the 1 meter mark, and as you go above, this is the 1.65 meter mark. The company says it can pump water up to 1.6 meter mark. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to run the pump through the extension, and then I'm going to hold the pipe at different heights. This is the 1 meter mark, 1.65 meter mark, and we will see whether it is capable of taking the water up to 1.65 meter mark. So let me just do that. Okay, so here's the container. Let's turn the pump on. So the pump is now running, as you can see. And now what I'm going to do now is basically lift the pipe higher and higher, and we will see whether it is capable of taking the wire to a height of 1.65 meter or not. And to catch the water, I'm going to be using this container, and let me just put it in. So there we go. Let's lift the water. So you can see this is the 1 meter mark. It is lifting water. Let's go a little higher. The water is still running. This is the 1.65 meter mark, and as you can see, the water is still being pumped. So you can see 1.65 meter mark, the pump is still working. Let's increase the height a little bit more, and as you can see, the water is not able to pump. Let's decrease the height a little bit, and you can see the water comes back. So the company claim that it can lift water up to 1.65 meter is fairly accurate, and because I'm using a really long pipe, which is also causing some performance degradation. So if you were using a shorter pipe, exactly the height that you want to use, the pump will perform much better, because of the friction in the pipe and the drag the pipe is causing for the water is also causing the water to get slow. And if you were to use the pipe exactly the size that you need, the pump will be able to work much better. And let me just show you why I bought this. So here is my aquarium. So let's just fill the tank with water. Let's take the pipe from the bucket, turn the pump on, and fill the tank with water. There we go. Let me turn the pump on. So the pump is on, and I'm going to fill up my tank. So this is the reason I wanted to buy this pump. So let me just fill the tank up. I'm not going to be filling this tank full, because the bench that I'm keeping the tank is not very strong. That's why I'm going to fill the tank only to a half of the total height of the tank. So the tank is full. As you can see, it is about the half of the total height of the tank. I'm not filling this completely because the bench on which the tank is sitting on is not very strong. So there we go. This was my video on the Khaitan Aqua 60 submersible pump. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.